So I woke up this morning thinking that I would get to take a day off, really get to hang out, get over this bit of sniffles I've got, which you guys probably hear me sneeze or cough in the middle of this video. I apologize for that. And then the FedEx guy came. As you guys can probably see from what's on the desk, we got important stuff to look at today because We Knife Company is started to come out with their brand new 2019 lineup. We'll get some of this other stuff out of the way. Shard, if you don't have one and you like budget knives at all, why not? Besides the color, that color on this one I am not a huge fan of, but they have the chartreusey green color, which I'm not usually a fan of, but I actually love on this knife. And I'm getting off on the sidetracky as usual. A lot of you get upset because, well, you don't get to the point right away. Well, damn it, I got the knives on the freaking table. When you turn the camera on, I didn't even make you sweat through an unboxing. And it's ridiculously early in the morning right now for me. So give me a bit of latitude. We got, there we go. So what do we have? Well, We Knife Company is bringing us some awesome stuff, in my opinion. Not just in knife design, but also in some finishes. First up, and guys, it's early in the morning. I don't remember the numbers on these. I do remember the names. I'll try to put the numbers and stuff all in the title and the description. Don't count on that either because I forget to do the description most of the time, but we'll do the best we can. So first up, we've got the Deacon. And the Deacon, in my opinion, is super cool. Once again, like the Streak, that's this one here. We've got a really standard handle shape. And we'll have to check the blade length. We didn't have any specs on these up yet, but they showed up today and I was told that we could go ahead and look at them. So let's see what we've got for blade. About 3 1/4 inch blade. And ooh, get a look at that. They have lightened up just a bit, and I don't know if the camera, I'll try to render this in 4K if it will, so you guys can see that blade as good as possible. But they have backed off just a tick on their hand rubbed satin, and it looks better. It's still, I don't know. I've talked to Joe about this several times, and we have this issue. There are a lot of people that love this finish and a lot of people that are distasteful of it. I personally am ambivalent about it. It makes a great user knife. I have only seen one of these that anybody has had any issue with a blade on and the blade finish, but as far as really good looking, it's not my cup of tea, but some of you guys like it. Anyhow, what do we call this one? Deacon. Yes, it is a bolster lock, ceramic ball bearings, blah, blah, blah. All the good stuff you get on high-end We Knife. And it's also very well-sized for an everyday carry piece, especially for that office dweller or somebody in a position where you can't, carry those big old beast stuff that I do. You can't be seen carrying this around because you might be some kind of terrorist or something. I get it. I know they're crazy, but I get it. And this one is in a blue color. I like how they've done the pocket clip and the lanyard hole up here, and how they've put some jimping all the way down this titanium. Guys, this is an overview video, so I'm going to get my stuff in gear and get moving here. The next one they're bringing us is the Gentry, and I want you, again, I hope this renders in 4K because you guys need to see this finish they put on the titanium. Now, I'm not going to give you my what I suspect on how they did that finish, because what I suspect is that it's a super simple finish. It just looks really, really cool. And Gentry also has it on the blade. Now, if I remember what Hank wrote down right, this is a 3.8 inch blade. We'll do a quick look here and kind of verify, I guess. Uh-oh. I am getting 3.445. We'll zero the calipers just to be sure. And we'll try it this way. I don't usually like to measure that way. Okay. Didn't thinking we quite was looking like 4, but we're right around 3.5. So that is a big traditional style slip joint. Get a load of that hardware. If what I am told is right, or was told, this has been some time ago, is that everything was going to be titanium on them. I'm not going to pull any of those screws out to check right now because this knife is just so freaking gorgeous. Look at that blade. Look at that. Like I said, I suspect that is a very simple finish, but man, and it feels smooth. It doesn't feel blocky or, I don't know. See if we can get the camera to focus for you there. That's a close up, and then you get it down a little bit. The carbon fiber is beautiful. And okay, we'll do one more thing here. That's my medium large hand around the little Gentry. It is very much a classic blade shape there. Almost recurved. Maybe some of you would call that a recurve, but it's really coming back up like you would see on a case clip blade or many of the other manufacturers of this type of knife. But man, that is good looking. This is, in my opinion, this is a great entry for those people who are looking for something that bridges that gap between traditional and modern. And I know there's a lot of you out there that fired hard at me over my thoughts that the traditional knife companies and the modern knife companies needed to come together and do something, kind of bridge their gaps. And we'll talk about that on another day, probably on a live video. But this is we going the other way. This is we saying we're going to use our modern materials and modern hardware, etc., etc., etc. And we are going to make a knife, and we're going to make a cool knife. And I am trying like heck to read that. And the camera is not going to focus on it. But that's where the steel is. And I don't have a freaking microscope over here, so I can't read it. I think it's S35. No, I just saw the VN. I got the right. Okay, so it's S35 VN on this, which is cool, actually, because that'll make that considerably easier to sharpen. This one, man, this hide and seek game's getting ridiculous. Guys, I just don't see it. I don't remember, and I haven't seen the final paperwork yet on this, but I bet if you go to Blade HQ and look it up in the next day or two, you will be able to get the full specs, and I'll probably have the full specs by tomorrow. I usually get an email with that they send out to the dealers on the Wii knives, so I have all the same information the dealers have fairly quickly. But there you go. Now, the two that came out in mid-December that you might have missed are the Roxi. That's the one that my brother and I designed. It's TKT, Todd Knife and Tool Design. And it is, I think there's still a handful of them over at Blade HQ. Might be some down in Australia, but they went pretty dang quickly. And for those of you, we have the Elijah Isham. I can't ever say this right. Try it again. Pleroma. There we go. The Pleroma. Yeah. See, I can't ever say it right. My mouth just doesn't do it. Sorry, Elijah. But we have this in, not in stock, but we have this one too that came in December. And we should be seeing the other color of this soon. And one of the cool things is the second and third color of the Roxi should be arriving at your dealer soon. Here is the flame setup, and it is pretty freaking cool. Full black stonewash blade on this one, and it's still a Roxi all the way around. We'll pull everything else out of here and get a look at a couple of Roxis here for a moment. Excuse me, Elijah, and there's my coffee cup. I'm going to need more of that. All right, here we go. Ooh. There you go, guys. And we'll back it out just a whole lot because it takes a lot to get this other knife in there. And there you go. So, Roxi in this and in an all black all the way is coming your way in the next probably 10 days or so or less. The Gentry 3.5-inch slip joint in just a super cool finish. The Deacon, just a excellent everyday carry, very standard design in that respect. And, we are starting to do these standard designs super well. They take a standard shape and they give you, this one has got carbon fiber overlay, bolster lock, and got a really nice blade. Just super cool. But these knives are coming to you from We Knife Company over the next few days. Should be a lot of fun, guys. And I'm going to sneak on out of here, finish my coffee. Have a great day, guys, and I will see you next time.